Hi, I'm Susan and welcome back to my channel. Last week I did an introduction of myself and why I'm here creating this video diary, and this week starts the plan. I spent a few days since the last video really deciding what I'm going to do for the next 30 days because that's how I'm taking this whole weight loss process. 30 days at a time. Excuse my voice. We've got a lot of pollen here in the south. And I'm making small changes each month. So for my first one, I started logging. And that's going to be my big goal for 30 days to log all my food. I have a calorie deficit of 1,816 calories, which I want to consistently meet. That's my max. So I want to stay within 100 calories one way or the other. I'm not going to get too obsessed about exactly 1860. How did I come across that number? I use the Lose It app, and that was suggested for me for my age, my height of 5'4", my weight, and my activity level, and for losing 1 pound a week. So that's what I'm using. I like the Lose It app. I've had it for a few years. Back in 2021, I was doing Weight Watchers, so I had their app. But that at that point, they were only doing points. And with Weight Watchers, if you know anything about it, they assign every food you eat a points value, and then they have a groupings of foods that are considered 0 points, which you're supposed to focus your plate around: lean meats, non-fat dairies, vegetables, fruits, etc. But they didn't have calories and macros on their app. So I was concerned that I was eating too little because some days I was way too hungry. And when I started logging into the Lose It app, so I was double tracking. That may seem a little OCD, but that's what I was doing. I was realizing that I was eating way too little. So I bumped it up, and some days I would go way over my daily points allotment in Weight Watchers. But I could look at Lose It and go, no, I'm still in a good calorie deficit, but not under. Because some days I was eating 1,100 calories, 1,200 calories, and you wonder why you get tired and sleepy. It's just not enough to sustain you. And I think that's why a lot of people, and myself included, got tripped up with Weight Watchers long term because we are actually under eating. So that's a great thing about double tracking. I'm not suggesting you do that. If you have an app you absolutely love, like MyFitnessPal or Healthy or Lose It, just use that one. Don't make your life too complicated. I like Weight Watchers because I do want to focus on whole foods more and limit those things like chips and ice cream, not take them away. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not taking anything away. But I also don't want to get obsessed about a points value or a blue dot. I want to stay in a sustainable calorie deficit. And 1860 is actually a lot of food. In fact, and I don't have my phone with me. I didn't even make it to 1860 today. And I had eggs, I had oatmeal, I had rice, I had ground turkey, I had cheese. I mean, I had a good day of eating. I'm stuffed to the gills already, and I am under 1,700 calories for the day. I ate well, I ate healthy. I just don't feel like eating anymore. And I'm just going to give myself the grace to not go ahead and eat anymore. So, yes, so for 30 days, I'm logging all my food. I'm using the Lose It app, supplementing with my WW because I'm locked in for another 10 months. And there's a lot of, I'll do a deeper dive video on Weight Watchers at another time because I still do like it. I think there's some really great points to using it. But I'm logging both. Like I said, that's just me. sticking to the calories suggested and lose it for the next 30 days. Let's see how it goes. Last week I weighed in at 233.5 pounds, and just the act of logging my food during the week, I wasn't trying to eat less. I was just trying to get back in the habit of logging every meal, every snack. And I ended up losing 1.1 pounds. I'm 232.4 this morning on the scale. Thursday is going to be my weigh-in. I'm only going to weigh myself once a week, Thursday morning. That's it. I know other fitness people suggest that you weigh yourself every day, sometimes even twice a day, just to mentally wrap your head around the fact that your weight is going to fluctuate day to day, and to kind of get you used to seeing that number move, and so you're not so upset by the scale. It's just looking at it as data. For me, that just triggered all kinds of stuff. So I'm kicking it old school and just weighing in once a week. That's it. So that's the first part of the plan, logging, staying in my calorie deficit within 100 calories either way, and just weighing once a week. And then the next part of the plan is just to move more, and do 8,000 steps. Now you say 8,000 steps, why not just go for 10,000 steps? Well, because when I looked back at my fitness apps and my Apple Watch, I've only really been walking between 5,000 to 6,500 steps a day for the past couple months. So I don't want to, once again, give myself this lofty goal of 10,000 steps. I want to amp up things slowly so it becomes habit. So I decided, what's going to supplement me and get me to that 8,000 steps a day? Just walk for half an hour. Now, I can do that 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. I have a walking pad, so I have no excuse for weather or insane amounts of pollen like there are now, which are triggering my allergies. So this morning I got on my walking pad and did my thing for half an hour. And I should be, let's see, I'm recording this at night. Okay, I made it. 8,024 steps. So I got my 8,000 steps in for the day. So day one's working out pretty well. So that's really what I'm doing for the next 30 days. Next week, I'm going to pop on, just let you know how my week went, any challenges, any successes, and of course, did I lose weight? And maybe little things that I'm eating, or if you're interested in what I'm eating, I don't know if you like things like that, feel free to leave me a comment. And until next week, if you like this content, if you feel it has any value, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you later. Have a great week. Bye-bye.